I absolutely love Christmas, but I might become a bit of a Grinch today because of TikTok. I know that Christmas is the season for overconsumption, but sometimes people just take this too far, or in some cases, too little. So make yourself a cup of hot cocoa and sit on down, because today we're talking about the worst TikTok Christmas trends. Replacing fridge lights with Christmas lights. The red lights honestly make everything look like the fucking red light district in Amsterdam, or something straight out of Cyberpunk, and it just makes everything look so unappetizing. Also, wouldn't the constant lights be keeping the food warm? There's also electricians in the comments telling people not to do this. Like, guys, come on, it's a damp location. Which is a terrible idea for these kind of lights, really, because historically speaking, electricity and moisture don't really mix too well.
You better stop that!
Like, guys, there's a difference between a screw-in bulb and putting the entire power adapter inside the fridge. You're in an environment it's not supposed to be in, aka the fucking fridge. You might as well have left that outside. I just don't get this. Like, is it pretty? Sure. Except for the fact that I can't see shit. Like if I woke up at 3 AM and try to grab some milk at night, accidentally grab the orange juice, I'm in for an unpleasant surprise. You also need to shove everything out of the way, like all those Christmas leftovers, which will end up blocking the lighting, so what's the point? At some point, this is just inconveniencing yourself for no reason. Next up, we have Christmas ice refills. Who doesn't like ice? But when I saw this, I swear to God, it was the most unhinged thing I've ever seen. Like, who preps a whole charcuterie board for their ice cubes? Let me walk you through this. First, she tosses some cranberries into the ice refill. Okay, sure. Then she pulls out, like, is that rosemary? Why the hell are we putting herbs in our ice? Can you imagine you're just enjoying your Dr. Kelp with this candy cane ice cube and it's just, this Coke tastes nice and fresh, and then you just spit out like a mouthful of rosemary? To make things worse, she ups the game by putting in entire cinnamon sticks, all into an ice mold, and some diced apples and then some apple juice to freeze. At that point, that's not ice anymore. Honestly, that just sounds ghastly. God, my inner Gordon Ramsay just came out.
What is that?
Or is it just some sort of popsicle? Do you just hold it by the cinnamon stick and just lick it like, Like, how do you even eat that? This one now is probably the worst offender of all. She takes a pack of Oreos and then breaks them apart. Oh, come on. Not the soggy ass Oreos, come on. Put that shit back in the bag! Cookies are not supposed to be iced. Can you imagine just finding bits of wet Oreo in your eggnog? I've been watching too much Gordon Ramsay, I'm just doing all his hand gestures. I would love to see them try to serve this at their cocktail party, and then just watch all the guests do a collective spit take once the ice starts to melt. Honestly, just use a festive ice mold, like, jeez. At that point, I'm just leaving the party immediately, like, nope.
The best piece of advice I could give you is no one knows what they're doing, but some people, they do it anyway.
Maybe don't do it anyway. That is so dangerous. Like, who thought of this? If you don't see why this is dangerous, let me explain. Imagine you're in the living room watching, I don't know, the Christmas Terrifier movie with your family. I don't know why you would be doing that, but halfway through, this tree that's hanging by a literal thread comes crashing down, and, well, let's just say that Terrifier 3 got a lot more interactive. It's like a 3D movie. This thing does not obey the laws of physics at all, and it's not cutesy like the floating candles in the Great Hall in Harry Potter. Sure, if those fall, like, you might get a little bonk. If these fall, at best you're going to a hospital. At worst, you're becoming a Christmas tree kebab. So don't do this, okay? Please. There's also this lady who has an apparent trick for filling the gaps in her Christmas tree, and she does it with tissue. Because it's white and looks like snow? Honestly, it just looks like shit. Which is appropriate because you can then use it to wipe afterwards. But honestly, it just looks cheap, tacky, and just so unappealing. Can you imagine your house guests coming, you run out of tissue, or you're like really far away from the washroom, and they just start blowing like their flu-like noses just out of pure convenience? The worst part is, you know they're gonna shove that right back on the tree. That's gonna fall. The comments on here are so accurate, like, the trust you have in that pool, Noodle. The glasses are not secure, I can't. But okay, let's see how the rest of this looks.
Take a poinsettia bush, and you're gonna poke them right in to the pool noodle. They cover everything. Fill these up with water. It is so pretty. Woo!
Okay, but wouldn't it have been easier for her to start with a green noodle? But honestly, it doesn't look that bad at all. But all I can think of is just laying in bed at 3 a.m. and all I can hear is glass breaking, and it turns out it's because those cups are fucking insecured. You can also easily just replace those glass cups with plastic ones or fake candles. Also, maybe get some tape because that pool noodle is holding on for dear life.
I'm just looking around at Christmas decorations. Man, you could not find a better deal than this. Trust me. Some sticks for 17 bucks. Where are you gonna find sticks for 17 bucks?
Outside. I can find sticks for free outside, actually. The worst part is, those sticks were already on clearance. That's the part that gets me mad. Like, what? Also, as a Canadian, unless you get a really good deal, Canadian Tire is pretty expensive.
Did you just lift up the whole fireplace?
Literally cardboard. Isn't
What?
that crazy?
Wait, so this
check
isn't
this out.
brick? Hold on. Wow.
They're just
That's,
empty
I
boxes.
can't believe that that's not a real...
So I can just like carry this.
Okay, I guess this works for small apartments or people who don't have fireplaces, but please, for the love of God, do not light a fire in that log. That stuff is made of cardboard, okay? Or maybe shove a small TV in there, put on a Yule log, maybe the Chucky one if you're festive, or the scary Disney Plus one where Olaf would randomly just start making noises. That one legitimately jump scared me one year, okay? I should have worn brown pajamas. Why? Just why? How do you even begin to clean that? Styrofoam has static, have fun vacuuming all of that. It'll feel like I got hit by Electro or something. But also, who the hell is cleaning all of that up? Your house elves? Also, the worst part of this video is the end when fucking Art the Clown comes just sliding out of nowhere, just screaming. That's ridiculous, guys, okay? Don't do that at home. Then there's this stupid 5-minute crafts video where they're teaching you a life hack to make a wreath out of a toilet seat. Just buy a fucking wreath at that point. Jeez, dude. They literally hot glue like pine bits and random junk all right onto your dirty toilet seat and then hang it on your front door for the entire world to see. That is just nasty, okay? That is dark-sided. And also just kind of stupid as f***. Like, what are you, just not gonna live with a toilet seat for 2 months? Also, this doesn't really save you money. You could possibly ruin your toilet seat, and you still have to buy all the stuff to make that wreath. Oh, and the hot glue gun too, okay? So, just don't be a cheapskate, don't be nasty, and don't put up your fucking toilet seat, okay? I don't want to see that when I'm walking past your house. Next up, we've got these Home Depot bucket tree ornaments.
If you're a huge fan of Home Depot, you can now get the orange buckets as a tree ornament. Or you can carry a lot of tiny rocks. You can find this at Home Depot Canada.
God, these are so ugly. Can you imagine being this obsessed with a company that you have to get their ugly orange buckets as merch? It just doesn't look good on a tree, and they have the balls to charge $4 for this? Also, why not just use the Home Depot paint sticks while you're at it? Sure as hell be cheaper than Canadian Tire. But also, ornaments in 2024 are just... no words. And finally, we're going to be talking about the trend of Beige Christmas. Honestly, it's just using the most mundane, depressing looking ornaments. Like that? Those are Maltesers, okay? It's just so bland and boring, and I don't know why it's popping off on TikTok and Twitter and all of that right now. Sure, it fits some aesthetics, like the whole minimalism, beige aesthetic, whatever. I don't subscribe to that, okay? I want something that's nice and vibrant for my Christmas, alright? It's not Christmas without the buzz and joy of all the colors and the vibrancy, but the Beige Christmas trend just sucks the life out of it. And everything just looks like stuff that you can get year-round. Like, honestly, if I saw this and I didn't pay close attention, I would have thought that it was some decoration that you can put year-round. Like, I wouldn't have thought half of these were Christmas-themed. All I want for Christmas is some fucking color. Not just foundation shades, okay? Give me, like, the bright Christmas that you see in, like, The Grinch, Nightmare Before Christmas. Like, give me that Christmas, okay? We don't need sad boy beige aesthetic for everything, okay? It's Christmas. Give it one season to rest, okay? One season. Anyways, what are some of the worst Christmas decorations that you've ever seen? Let me know in the comments down below and I would love to hear your thoughts. Have a happy Christmas, Mochis, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!